One of the most important things in theme parks is the ability to portray magic. And I'm really happy that I live in the UK, as I'm able to visit some really immersive themed areas that create that magical space. Theme parks like Chessington, Portons Park, Thorpe Park, Alton Towers are well known for creating these immersive themed areas. Maybe not so much Thorpe Park. And often these themed areas are made to create a storyline or an aesthetic for a themed ride or roller coaster. And today, that's what we're going to be talking about. Kind of. So what I plan on doing today is an actual rating video, non-unhinged one like last time. Obviously for this video I wasn't able to get every single UK themed area. Don't kill me. That will take us to the next World Cup. Now you must be wondering, how is this going to work? How are you going to do this? What I plan on doing is rating an area based on their theming out of 10. Then I'll rate the rides and coasters that come with the area out of 10. And once again I'll rate the stalls, food, facilities out of 10, adding up to a total of 30 points. And obviously if you get close to 30 points, you're damn near perfect. And obviously if you get close to 0 points, you might need to take a look at yourself. But let's waste no more time and let's get straight into this. So the first area that we're actually going to start off with is the new Fearless Valley area at Thorpe Park, featuring Hyperia, the Hyporium shop, a Burger King, and that donut shop. Now the actual theme of Hyperia and Fearless Valley is meant to link to a goddess. I'm not really invested in the lore, I'll be honest with you. However, big conversation in the coaster community, and even some members of public even speak about this. There's not much theming in the area. Yes, the station looks pretty nice, but yeah, there's not much theming. There's a few props here and there, but it's nothing that special. So for theming, unfortunately I have to give Fearless Valley a 4 out of 10. However, this area does offer Hyperia, which is obviously one of the best coasters in the UK. The ride climbs up a 236 feet tall lift hill, has a crazy drop where you twist inwards. I don't know how to describe that. Then this weird outer bank element, then into that crazy stall where you're hanging for like days. This ride also features a lot of airtime, so that's already a bonus. This ride is extremely fun, it's mad, and I'm going to score it a 9 out of 10. The reason why it's not getting a 10 is because it's a bit short. I promise you I'm not glazing Hyperia, but it's just a good coaster. As for facilities around the area, it features a toilet, a Burger King, which is a good choice for a restaurant, the Hyporium gift shop, and also a few stores where you can get some treats. They're not anything too crazy, but yeah, I think it's still cool. I'll score the facilities and everything a 7 out of 10, giving Fearless Valley a score of 20 out of 30, which isn't too bad, that's pretty decent. Next up, we have Forbidden Valley in Alton Towers. Now this area is insane. It's home to Nemesis Reborn, Toxicator, and I don't know if you'd count Galactica, but it's further down. So the first thing we're going to talk about is theming. Now Nemesis Reborn's queue line interacts a lot of the roller coaster, as it feels like you're going up hills underneath the track. I don't actually know how to describe it, it's so weird. You go around the pit so you can get amazing views of the coaster roaring around the track, and yeah, it's crazy. The queue line and the area in general contains a lot of props which link to the lore of Nemesis. And we have to talk about that station. That station is beautiful. The Galactica area, I don't really know what to say about it. I feel like it could do with some love, but I feel like the main Nemesis area kind of, you know, takes my focus away from that. Toxicator area looks amazing too. I think that's themed to near perfection as well, especially when all the effects are working. We won't talk about that sewage leak though. So for theming, I think I'm gonna give Forbidden Valley a 10. Yes, you heard me, I'm giving Forbidden Valley a 10. As for the ride, now I've been on the original Nemesis, not Reborn. I have heard that Reborn has had the rattle, but that's just B&M being B&M nowadays. Fall off is crazy. But the ride features 4 inversions, 2 corkscrews, a vertical loop, and a 0G roll. We love 0G rolls. Based on past experiences though, I don't think the ride experience can be that different. As for Galactica, last time I went on it, it was kind of showing its age a bit, and it does need some love. It needs some love. So I'm gonna rate the ride selection a 9 out of 10. That's primarily because of Nemesis and Toxicator. Those are really good rides to have in the area. As for facilities, it does feature a toilet, it does feature a restaurant, everything you need. They're all well themed. I'm going to give it a 8 out of 10. Giving Forbidden Valley a total score of 27 out of 30. Pretty near perfect, I have to say. Next up we have Tornado Springs, featuring quite a few rides, including the obvious Storm Chaser, which is a well-known coaster across the country, Farmyard Flyer, which is pretty similar to Chase's Mountain Mission at Chessington, and I think you also have a Gyro Swing. Apologies if I've missed anything. The first thing I'm going to talk about is obviously theming. Now I think this is also a really well themed area. I'm not sure what the lore is for, but I think it's kind of Western styled. And I also think it's set in the past, which is pretty cool. I don't really have that much to say about the theming. It's just really good theming. I'll give it an 8 out of 10. Now, ride selection, I've been on Storm Chaser, and I don't think I've been on a Farmyard Flyer. Storm Chaser is a really good ride. I'd recommend it to pretty much everyone. It's a matte spinning coaster, and it's just a lot of fun. Some of you guys may know the high five game. You play with someone that's in an opposite carriage. It's so fun. But I think it does have quite a few decent rides. I give it another 8 out of 10. As for facilities, it does feature a playground, toilets, a nice diner styled restaurant where you get hot dogs and stuff like that. Decent stuff. I'll give that another 8 out of 10, which gives Tornado Springs a total of 24 out of 30. Moving back up north to Alton Towers, we have the Dark Forest featuring Rita and 13. Now, as for theming, I think the theming is pretty good. 13 is really well themed, I have to say. I really like 13, especially a station. And yeah, pretty good stuff. I'll keep it short. I'll give that a 8 out of 10. Am I being too kind? I don't know. As for the ride, you get Rita and 13. Nothing too crazy, but it's decent. 13, I think that's a really underrated ride. It's nothing too crazy, but you do get a few surprises on it. As for Rita, I like the launch. It's not my favorite ride, but I can see why some people like it, I guess. Another thing I will give Rita credit for is how the track kind of blends in with the trees. So for the rides, I'll give it a 7 out of 10. Nothing crazy, but it's okay. Now for facilities and restaurants. Now, I don't remember there being anything there apart from toilets and yeah, I might have to search up if there's anything else there. I'm high and I'm getting higher. So there is a coffee lounge there. That's nothing that crazy. I'll give that a 6 out of 10. Giving the Dark Forest a rating of 21 out of 30, which is decent. Wild Woods at Chesington World Adventures, another Merlin park, featuring the classic vampire and the Gruffalo River Ride Adventure. Now I think Wild Woods is one of the most underrated areas in the UK. Maybe partially biased because I'm a vampire glazer. The buildings are themed really well, and then if you head further down into the Wild Woods, you get into the actual foresty type area with vampires singing through the trees. I also think the queue line of vampire is really well themed, has a lot of props, and that station, I think it's my favorite station in the UK. It's just amazing. You have the Organist animatronic, the smell pods. So I'll give the theming in Wild Woods, I'll give it an 8 out of 10. There are a few parts that could be redone, but I think Wild Woods is really well themed still. As for the ride offerings, you get Vampire and the Gruffalo River Ride Adventure. Vampire being the main attraction. First, we're going to talk about the Gruffalo. So the Gruffalo is a water dark ride, I think that's what you call it, which takes you through the story of the Gruffalo. I think you get some really nice smells in the Gruffalo and some cool visuals. My only complaint is that some of the props and animatronics are a bit faulty still, so if they could fix that, it'll be near perfect. And as for Vampire, I actually think it's really underrated. Even though it's not the most pacey, you do get some really nice swing and it captures the feeling of flying through the woods as a bat. Also, that final drop and turn out the tunnel it's amazing. I'll give the ride offerings a 7 out of 10. As for facilities and restaurants, we have the obvious Vampire Burger Kitchen. It's rarely open, but you also have that Gruffalo treat place, which is by those claw machines. You also have a gift shop and some toilets. I'll give it a 7 again, giving Wild Woods a total of 22 out of 30. I feel like I'm being too generous, but I really like these areas. So we haven't really found any bad areas yet, so that's a good thing. I will make another part of this where I have different areas, obviously. And stay tuned for next video where I have something very exciting planned. And yes, you guessed it, it's the next part to my Planet Coaster 2 Thought Park recreation. Yeah, so take care and I'll see you then. This video took so long to edit, this might be a bit late. Guys, I'd just like to say, if I've forgotten to put any credits down, comment down below and I'll add them to the description. Obviously, I'm going to aim to put them in, but if I forget any, let me know. And make sure to subscribe, or I'll send you for 50 laps of Rattlesnake non-stop, or maybe 50 laps of Saw the Ride. What would you prefer? Okay, bye now.